Are you really a Star Wars fan, or is that a coincidence?
No, I've never seen Star Wars.
You've never seen Star Wars?
Star Wars fans.
You have a very unique style of your own. Some people call it like the Nordic style. I don't know if that word means anything to you, but
I've heard it before.
But yeah, you heard it before probably. But can you talk a bit about that? Like how you build up your music? Obviously, you're still very much experimenting with different things. But are you trying to put some of your native stuff very consciously into your music, or is it something that just happens? How does it go?
To me, I think it's more like a mix of, or it comes from like a mix of European free music, like and sort of like from John Cage and like European modern classical music and avant-garde music mixed together with this American jazz thing. And that's why I think of it, like really just it's still jazz, but it's still kind of avant-garde, and you know, that's kind of a Nordic thing, I think, mixed with like really folky melodies, like when Martha, her tunes, I think they're really melodic and really like back to the roots, I think. Kind of.
Yeah. Is that a very conscious thing for you? Because he's just saying it.
No, it's not conscious, but I'm very into folk music. And then it's natural to just use it, but I don't think, okay, now I'm going to make a tune inspired by folk music. It just comes naturally, sort of.
Nice. And are you experimenting also with a lot of different things? Can you talk a bit about that?
Yeah, that's one of the great things about Oslo, actually, because there's classical and folk music and church music and jazz music in the same school. So I can just play with whoever I want, and I play with folk music students, and yeah, so that's fun.
Wow. concert, we learn a lot about the Norwegian culture. For example, clubs and bars in Norway all must close around 2, which has led to the rise of a cultural phenomenon called the Nachspiel, or afterplay, which basically means everybody meets up at a friend's house after leaving the bar to go on partying there.
Cheers, man! This is a great...
Explain this Norwegian culture to me!
There's nothing to explain, it's just a great fucking party, man!
That it is!
Check out
That it is! Talking about the Nordic sound, which is of course very unique and getting a lot of attention in Europe and in Holland, of course, where we're from also. Can you talk a bit about that sound, the backgrounds of it, how it came to be, and especially something I'm curious about is that Angelique also mentioned, we hear some singing in Nordic instead of English, which is kind of the norm with jazz. So there's, I think, a lot of differences in approaches from your side. Can you talk a bit?
Oh, that was two big questions. How long time have we?
Take as long as you want.
Oh, the Nordic sound thing, you know. It's a mix of the history of folk music, Nordic folk music, the record label ECM, a lot of performers that choose to go their own ways, the sound of the recordings with a delay, long melodic lines. I think the very talented young players, they have been very clever in searching for a little different way to do things on. They know the tradition, and it's very important. They have to know the jazz tradition, but they also have to spend some time on what should I do a little different, so maybe in 2, 10, 30 or 40 years I get a personal touch on mine. I think we are this is landing a wave of free improvised music. It has been very, the youngsters have been very much into that style for 5 or 6 or 7 years. Now they are going to, I can hear they are going into pop music, they're going to soft, simple grooves and nice melodies and everything. So it's quite difficult question. This the thing is, I've been playing for 35 years maybe, and seen fashion waves come and go, and you know, as a teacher and organizer, you just can follow in a distance the things that happens. As a teacher, I can't say too much. Don't play like that. It's old-fashioned, or it's the, you know, they have to do their own choices and find their own things to work on.
What would you like to say to people thinking about this, thinking about coming to Norway, checking out some jazz festivals here? What is something that you would like to tell them?
Because you know, the music is one thing, the nature and the city and the people is another thing. So we have the food, especially at this hotel.
Yeah.
Best breakfast in the whole world, 6 times in a row officially. So this is really good breakfast we have.
The Rika Nidelven Hotel, yes, it is. Yeah. The commission work. I'm so glad that you got Maria Kanegård's commission work.
So will you be playing a bit at the festival yourself, maybe during the sessions and things like that?
I play a half song on each jam session.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Ernst Vigo really wasn't joking when he said that the Rika Nidelven Hotel in Trondheim has one of the best breakfasts in the world, because they actually did win the best breakfast in Norway contest 7 years in a row. And seeing this spread, I'm really not surprised. The breakfast here is truly amazing.
awesome. And now we're going to Hamar. Andres, here we come.